Let's get some melon. So in 2011, South Bend, Indiana, my hometown, was declared a dying city in the state of Indiana. Was that article just Indiana or was that the whole country? I don't remember, but either way it wasn't good. And I find that funny now in hindsight because almost immediately after that article came out, we got a new mayor who started doing massive things to kind of change the infrastructure of the city. And ever since then, I feel like this town has come back to life in so many different ways. And there really isn't a better kind of example of that than the neighborhood that I grew up in, which is South Bend's near Northwest neighborhood. My parents got divorced when I was very, very young, so we had two houses. The one that I've always been in videos in since the beginning of time that I'm currently back living in, and the one my mom lived in the near Northwest neighborhood. We moved out of that neighborhood in 2006. It was not a safe neighborhood. We were broken into and robbed several times. As a 10-year-old, I was assaulted. There was a girl that was stabbed and murdered 3 blocks away from our house, and it just wasn't a cool place. But that's not the case today. Over the last couple of years, there has been so much work put into this neighborhood. So much work. And we're gonna go check out a couple of those things today. The big thing in this area on Saturdays during the summer has been the Portage Farm Stand, which is just this small collective farmers market of local farmers and artisans and all this other stuff. And it really helped me learn there was so much more going on in this neighborhood than just the farm stand. So we're just gonna check out some of the stuff today. So I got some stuff today. Got a melon, got some bread, some cookies, and a nice little flower to plant when I get home. Tell me I did good. Someone tell me I did good this morning. Yeah. So just across the street from the farm market is an awesome coffee house. It's set up a lot like the Well was, where it's donation based and kind of they do a lot of community stuff. It's called the Local Cup. And we're gonna go and get some coffee. My wall. There we go. Can I do the Duke to go, and then one of the cinnamon cookies? Thank you. Not big enough. There you go. Just big enough. Gotta go under. Dig at it a little bit. So there was some confusion when I was getting my coffee. The way that it's set up is donation based, so that you can pay whatever you want for your drink. It's the same way that the Well did things. The Well does things. The Well's back open now, which I think is awesome. But yeah, it always throws people when you tell them that you can pay whatever you want for this cup of coffee or this thing. No one's ever entirely sure how to respond to that. So we are right on my old street. This is the street that I lived on with my mom. It's where I met Kane and some other folks in my day. So yeah, I thought it'd be nice to kind of just take a walk down here, but I think this is funny, this big red chair that's right here. So this whole thing used to be a vacant lot where I'd ride my bike. I'd come down here, I'd ride my bike around a couple laps, and I'd go home. And now it is gone. It is just a field with a big red chair that is a Pokestop. Back in my scootering days before I started breaking all of my mom's rules, this corner, Van Buren and Cushing, is where that was my line. I could ride my scooter to that line and then ride it back. And I just stopped listening to that very quickly because I do what I want. I'm kind of a maverick. Oh, and that over there. So that blue building back there, that is the building that Kane and I decided we were gonna try to break into and make it our clubhouse. It didn't work, we could never get in, but it was a good dream to have while we had it. It's very interesting to me how all these houses have changed because for the most part, they've all been redone. There was a huge initiative in this area to kind of build up some of these old houses that were dilapidated and falling apart and genuinely just clean up the neighborhood as a whole over the last decade or so. And I was a part of a lot of those. I was in a college prep program in high school, and we every year would be a part of the Near Northwest Neighborhoods cleanup program. And back then, you're a teenager and you're doing those things kind of because you have to, more or less. And you think that this is kind of a waste of time and nothing is ever going to come of this, whatever. It's nice now with hindsight, looking back and going, no, those things actually did make a bit of a difference. This neighborhood looks amazing now, and the people who are here really want to make it better and they want to make it home. And I think that's awesome. And we're back. I also somehow lost my glasses in the 45 minutes I've been home, but we're not going to talk about that right now. It really is great to see communities rally, especially in cases like the Near Northwest neighborhood where it was kind of long gone. Oh my god, watermelon. Where do I put you? The smaller subset of little communities within an individual city or just bigger overall settlement, whatever, are so incredibly important to just the liveliness of the city itself. The Near Northwest neighborhood starts to kind of revitalize and do better, the whole city gets better. And one neighborhood that's just like that in South Bend, that is so near and dear to my heart, that is having a huge event tomorrow, is River Park. Think like, how Carmel, Indiana is its own thing, but it's close enough to Indianapolis that it's considered Indianapolis, or anywhere in Illinois is considered Chicago. That's kind of how River Park is to South Bend. But tomorrow is Rebel Art Fest, River Park's like biggest event of the year. It was great last year. Grim was vending with her candles. We're back this year, so we're gonna get out there extra early and set up. And I'm really excited to get out there and just show you guys what the event holds. Weather is supposed to be great tomorrow, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna get me a big pretzel. And transition. Go! Yeah, so that's not ideal. Rebel Art Fest is still on for today, so Grim is still gonna be vending with her canopy. But the rain kind of throws a whole wrench into my plan for this big talk about community. Let's see what happens. So, it's clearing up, which is awesome. On the downside, during the mad dash to get all of Grim's stuff moved in, a bunch of her boxes and some of her products got ruined. So that's not great. Also, her tent is flooded. That's also not great. So I'm devising a two-phase plan to get, to make Grim's day and event better. Ooh, look at that. Look at all that mud. Phase one, I'm going back home, and I'm gonna get some stuff for her. Kind of a change of clothes, or really something to throw over what she's got now because she's soaked. Get some towels to try and drive the mud in her tent because it's very mudlogged, and then bring them back here. Phase two, I'm gonna go get some totes to replace the boxes of hers that are now completely wrecked. So, let's do it. I also changed my clothes, so I look pretty now, again, for the first time. Forgot to put my glasses back on. Ooh, these are filthy. And we are here. Now we're gonna go grab some totes. I normally wouldn't come to Target, but I have a gift card, so I figured that's as good a use as any to use it. Apparently you cannot buy Amazon gift cards at Target, I learned yesterday when I was here. Does anyone else ever notice how Target has a very distinct smell to it? Like, not a bad smell, but there's definitely a Target smell. I feel like you could bottle that and sell it, and I would buy it. Ooh, look at these. I want. Grim will want. Oh my god, yes. These. Grim will want these. These were absolutely what Grim wants. And they're only $10 each. So we'll get a couple of them. Nailed it. Hello. I have brought you presents. Yep. He's a puppy. I brought you the presents.
They are gorgeous.
Yep.
Too.
And open them up and see what's inside. I brought you something even you'll like even more. Do it.
I'm short. I can't reach.
There are 2 Mountain Dews, all for you. Looks great, Grimmy. Yeah, I think it just goes to show when life gives you lemons, giant doggos.
They're gorgeous. I love them.
It's a monkey. There's a monkey. He is swinging. He is swinging monkey. Monkey. Monkey, 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 choo, choo, chugga, chugga. And just like that, it is turning out to be an awesome Rebel Art Fest. Awesome day. And really, it just goes to show, like what I was talking about yesterday, that it doesn't really matter whether you are a dying city or it is just a rainy day at a craft show. If you put effort into it, you know, good things can happen. You know, whether it was raining or not, we got the booth put together and, you know, business is booming. There were even people here when it was still raining, which is insane. And now the sun's out and just voila. That's Rebel Art Fest. That's basically my weekend. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm Lego Mike Grego. You guys stay out of trouble. I'll see you next week. Yeah, it's raining again. Positivity is bullshit. I take back everything I said. We're all going home. Screw the rain. I'll see you guys next week. And cut.